Everybody was a brand new white belt at some point in time in their life. And I'll say this, getting adjusted and getting acclimated to the jiu-jitsu lifestyle can be really difficult. So these tips and advice I'm gonna offer up should help you transition nicely to the jiu-jitsu lifestyle that I love, and that if you stick with it, you're gonna love it as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it right now. So tip number one, when you come into the gym, just manage your expectations. Don't worry about trying to be really good at jiu-jitsu because it's gonna take a long time to get good. So don't worry about being the best at the gym because you're not gonna be the best at the gym. To me, that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu, is that it's hard, it's a challenge. So don't worry about being the best. Don't worry if people are tapping you out. Don't worry if you have difficulty with the techniques. Welcome to the club. For every BJ pin who took 3.5 years to get a black belt, there's another 10,000 people like myself who took 11 years. So it's a long journey. Jiu-jitsu is a long journey. Man, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and I remember when I first came in, getting smashed, getting submitted. You just gotta enjoy the process because there's gonna come a point in time, if you stick with it, you're gonna be doing the smashing, you're gonna be doing the submitting, but in the beginning, man, you're just gonna have to tough it out and just enjoy the process. You're gonna start picking up the techniques, and jiu-jitsu is just gonna become more and more fun. The second tip is don't forget to breathe. Breathe and don't use your athleticism or try to muscle through techniques. You're gonna end up hurting your training partner, or even worse, hurting yourself. And then when you get an injury, then you can't come in and train. When you can't come and train, you're not going to get better. Definitely relax and breathe when you're sparring. Don't use your strength. Don't use your athleticism. You don't want to get hurt, because when you get hurt, you can't train. When you can't train, you can't get better. And one thing for sure, you're going to get injuries. You're going to get little bumps and bruises. But if you can prevent that as much as possible, it's going to be the best thing for you and for your long-term jiu-jitsu health. Okay, so tip number 3. Pick your training days and stick to them. You can come and train 2 to 3 times a week, and that's perfectly okay. Just make sure you pick your days and you stick to them. Jiu-jitsu requires a tremendous amount of commitment, and if you show up 5 days a week for a month and decide to take 2 weeks off, it's gonna be really, really difficult to progress. So train 2 to 3 times a week, and that should be fine. It's just not the case. I know a lot of people who come into the gym every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those are their days. They're older grapplers, and I've seen a lot of progress. Now, if you're competing, then definitely you're gonna have to add probably a few more days. You're gonna have to do some things on the side to get better as well. Some strength training, some cardio work. But if you're a jiu-jitsu novice, you're just somebody who wants to pick this up as a hobby, man, pick your training days 2 to 3 times a week. Stick to that schedule, and trust me, you're gonna get better. You're gonna see results. Okay, so listen to your coaches. Don't get too caught up in the YouTube rabbit hole, especially early on. I love YouTube, I love instructionals. If I had more time to watch YouTube instructionals, I'd probably be on YouTube all day long. But when you're first starting jiu-jitsu, I think it's best just listen to your coaches. Try to learn the techniques that you're learning at your gym. You start to go down that YouTube rabbit hole, and we may never see you again. Master those basic foundational techniques first, and then all that other stuff will come later. Yeah, you definitely want to be coachable. There's a lot of people who come into the gym, they just kind of want to do their own thing. They see a move on YouTube, or they buy a BJJ Fanatic instructional, and they just want to work on that. But really, to me, some of the best advice I can give any brand new white belt is don't worry about what other people are doing. Just listen to your coaches and trust the process. Okay, so tip number 5, when you're caught in a submission, tap. Don't try to fight out of submissions. You're going to potentially injure yourself. And again, like I said earlier, if you get injured, you can't train. You can't train, you can't get better. So if you're caught in a submission, don't try to muscle your way out of it. You just tap and you start over. You know, I don't want to get submitted. I don't like it if I get tapped out, but it happens to everybody, and it's gonna happen to you repeatedly, so it's okay to get tapped out. So just tap, start over, no big deal. Jiu-jitsu is an ego killer. It's one of the things that I love about it. I've seen people come in with a lot of muscles, they look like they're in really good shape, and you put them with somebody who's 50, 60 pounds lighter, and they get destroyed. And that's the beauty of this martial art, is that you don't have to be big and strong to be really good. You don't have to lift weights. I mean, it's fine if you do lift weights, but when you walk through that door and you don't know anything, you're going to be humbled. And to me, I think that you should just embrace that and remember that everybody went through the same process. Worry more about your escapes and your defenses as opposed to your attacks. Don't worry so much about whether or not you're catching your opponent in a submission. You're probably going to be the one who's getting submitted, probably over and over and over again. That's the way jiu-jitsu works. And that's one of the reasons why I love it, because it's hard, it's difficult, and to be good at it, you have to really be committed. Learn how to mount escape. Learn how to escape side control. Learn how to defend your neck. Don't worry about submissions just yet. Early on as a white belt, like I said earlier, you're gonna get submitted, and it's all right. It's gonna make you tougher, it's gonna make you stronger. But focus in on defending, focus in on guard retention. Those are the things that are really gonna help you out in the beginning. It's gonna help you out long-term as well. Jiu-jitsu is really, really hard. Jiu-jitsu takes a lot of commitment, a lot of determination. There's so many benefits you're gonna get from it if you stick it out. A lot of people end up quitting because it's hard, because they come in and they expect to be really good really, really fast. And what I always tell people, don't worry about getting good. Don't worry about trying to be better than anybody in the gym. Just come in, have a good time. You're gonna get all kinds of great benefits from jiu-jitsu. All you have to do is just keep walking through that door, keep training. Don't worry about anything else besides having a good time and getting a little better each and every day. That's definitely the best advice or tip that anybody can give you. Keep it fun. Jiu-jitsu is an incredible lifestyle. You're gonna be healthy, you're gonna meet amazing people, you're gonna have a good time. Just continue to train, all right? So this is all I have for you today. If you are somebody who's been training jiu-jitsu for a while and you have any good advice for brand new white belts, please comment in the comment section. Wait, one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.